This is probably one of the coolest things you ever see. There is a builder here in Texas that is building houses with bunkers already in them. This one already has its batteries and solar panels, but down these stairs is one of the coolest bunkers you'll ever see. It's 1,000 square foot movie theater, single bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. Of course, it's got my blast door there, a blast door there, decontamination shower. But when you walk in the bunker, look at this. It's a movie theater with 9-foot ceilings. It's got its own secret gun shelf in there. It's got the escape door, the movie theater. Check all this out. Beautiful kitchen, beautiful bathroom, beautiful bedroom. It's got my Swiss air system back here. How cool is this? So guys, if you're interested in buying a house with a bunker, there is a developer doing this in Texas. Contact me and I'll tell you all about Ark Industries. This is probably what...
Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakha Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone who still rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and safety unto the Lord's elect. Scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, mainly in America, pushing this word in humility and sincerity. That's commanded by Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And it says, homes in Texas now come with built-in Doomsday bunkers. And they're exactly as sophisticated as you'd imagine. I know what men want for Christmas. That's what the caption says. So this is, if you're doing this, anybody that's building these bunkers, it's a waste of time. Okay. And even scientists will tell you that the nuclear missiles that are now in the arsenals of these various countries today is so powerful that any bunker would not stand a chance. The Lord said that he's going to make America a lake of fire. So basically, let's say your bunker does hold up. It's not going to be nothing but extremely hot fire above you. You pretty much going to cook in there, man. You're not going to survive. And there's nowhere that you can go. Because if you believe in the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, you believe that the war of Armageddon is going to be fought with nuclear missiles. You believe that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and be turned into a lake of fire. Then you should also believe that the Heavenly Father would save you if you're an Israelite. The only people that's looking to build bunkers and hide from the wrath of the Lord, because that's what World War III is, nuclear destruction is, it's the wrath of the Heavenly Father. The only people that's looking to hide are the ones that know they're not Israelites and they're not doing right. You know? And the scriptures support this. That the rich men and the proud men and the murderers, they'll build bunkers around the world and in Babylon to try to avoid the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Why would they avoid the wrath of the Heavenly Father? Because they've done things worthy of His wrath. But there's nowhere that you can go that the Heavenly Father and His angels and that the elect men who will have spiritual power, there's nowhere that you can go that you'll be out of reach. Nowhere on the planet. And that's a powerful statement. This is Jeremiah 23, verse 24. It says, can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith the Lord. Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord. So there's no secret place that's even secret to the Lord. Okay, because the eyes of the Lord, let me get that. There's no place that's secret. It's a secret to you, but it's not a secret to the Lord and His angels. Proverbs 15:3, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, which are the angels, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So you top elites, you top international banking families, you have the best bunkers known to man. And the ones of you that are smart, that are truly elite, you're not building your bunker in America because you know America is going to be ground zero for nuclear destruction. You may build it in Switzerland. You may build it in Tibet, you know, some remote Madagascar, some remote country. You may build your bunker. And you may have the most sophisticated bunker. Your doors may be a mile thick. That don't mean shit. You could have a mile thick door and the angels are watching you build these things. The elect is going to bust down that door and come and take you. Amos chapter 9 and verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, what is hell? It's the grave, the dirt, okay, if you will. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. And though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So you got some bunkers that are in top of mountains. Then you got some bunkers that are underground in hell, if you will. The Lord said that's when his hand is going to get you. That's when his elect men are going to come and hunt you down. Because the scriptures speak about us, if we are of the elect, we're going to hunt down the wicked elite of Edom, because they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. Okay, you people that have the ability to build these bunkers in various parts of the world, you're going to be some of the first slaves in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it says in Jeremiah 16 and verse 16, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. See, we're doing the fishing right now. The them is talking about Israelites. That's who we're fishing for now. It says, and after I will send for many hunters. That's after the nuclear destruction. After the nuclear destruction, the Lord is going to make us hunters, because you're going to have people hiding in these various holes, in these various bunkers, in these various rocks, okay, from the wrath of the Lord, which is going to be expressed through his elect, the 144,000 Israelite men. They're going to manifest the wrath of the Lord on you nations by, like I said, making you the first fruits of slavery. And some of you will be destroyed. Jeremiah 16 verse 16 again. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after the destruction, I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. You pull up this word holes, because these holes are the bunkers. The word is nakwayak, and it says cleft of rock. It says from an unused root, meaning to bore. To bore. When you bore something, you're carving. Let's look up the word bore. The type of, a drill. I was a spirit. I was about to say the type of drills that they use to build these bunkers are humongous drills. They bore holes in these rocks. And you see the word bore, it's a verb which means to drill. Make a hole in something, especially a revolving tool. You see? And that's when you're building a bunker in a mountain or in a rock, in a cave, you use a boring tool. Okay? So the elect is going to hunt you individuals out of there because you're trying to hide from the wrath of the Lord. You're trying to hide from slavery. Psalms, the 2nd chapter, it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? That they may cast their cords from us. You heathen, because you have something called continuity of government. The continuity of government are the individuals that's going to be in these bunkers. There was a movie on Netflix. It was called, was it called Bunker? I forget the name of it, but in the movie, it was supposedly World War III, and you had this group of rich, wealthy individuals who were invited to this bunker to survive. Now, as you watch the series, it turns out that there was actually no nuclear destruction, but it was just a social experiment. But it shows you that these elites, they have bunkers around the world, and they have them for the time of Armageddon, World War III. And how do we know? Ultimately, we know because of the Bible prophecy. This is Revelation 6. And I'm going to start at 13. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Those stars that are falling from heaven are not the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. No, those stars is talking about the nuclear missiles, because that's how they appeared to John the Revelator in the vision. It says in verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. That's the mushroom cloud. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So, islands are going to be displaced, broken apart. The earth, the whole map is going to look differently. Okay? Because America ultimately is going to be a complete desert. Now it says in Revelation 6 and 15, which is the point, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains, fall on Salaki, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So they're going to be going into these bunkers under the impression that they're being hid from the wrath of the Lord in an attempt to hide themselves from the wrath of the Lord. Let me go to this word den. I want to look up den, and I want to look up caves. Now, these men that are listed, the chief men, the mighty men, that's the continuity of government that I was speaking of. The word den is a cave.
Strong's G 4693, Spalayon. Spalayon.
It says a grotto. What's a grotto? Let's look up that word grotto. A cave. A small piscine cave, especially an artificial one in a park or garden. So this is an artificial cave, which is a bunker. It says a cavern. Let's look up cavern. A large cave. A cave or chamber in a cave. Let's look up. Oh, it says a hiding place. It says a resort. Resort. A tourist center. A place that is a popular destination for vacations or recreation. So that's the bunker. That's these luxurious bunkers. And you now have bunkers being installed in homes in Texas, which is a waste of time. Okay, if you had any knowledge about bunkers, you would know the first rule of a bunker is don't build it in America. Okay? And out of, so it says, they say hide on us, or fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Let me go to the word wrath. Wrath.
Strong's G 3709, Arge. Arge.
Arge, it says anger. It says the natural disposition, temper, character, movement, or agitation of the soul, impulse, desire, any violent emotion, but especially anger. So this is what they're trying to hide themselves from, the wrath, the anger of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which you can't hide yourself from it, because again, there's nowhere that you can go that the Lord is not there. This is Psalms 139 and verse 7. It says, whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. And that's what these rich, wealthy individuals are trying to do. They're trying to make their bed in hell under the earth. And the Lord is there, man. Like I said, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You're wasting your time by trying to build a luxurious bumper. You got movie theaters down there, like you're just going to be living it up. Like America's going to be a lake of fire and you're going to be downstairs watching Home Alone. Fuck out of here, man. Downstairs watching NBA highlights while America and the NBA is melted. No, you're going to be melted. The Lord said that he's going to destroy this place even to the foundation. In Isaiah 24, it said that foundations of the earth do shake. You got a blast door, a decontamination shower. Look, man, all of that is a waste of time. If you're in America, you're not going to survive. Then you got guns in the bunker. Why do you need guns if you survive a nuclear blast and everybody else is dead? What do you need the guns for? But anyway, this is the devices of the heathen, and this is just an example of how the Lord is laughing at you people for thinking that you could somehow survive what you're not meant to survive. Only the elect will make it. Lord, when this is edifying, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Kwame Asherala. Shalom.